Just the other day, in the wake of my hardware issues with my Pixel 9 Pro Fold that I told you guys about, thinking about where I should put my SIM instead because of those lingering negative feelings, one of the devices that immediately came to the forefront of my mind was my Galaxy Z Fold 6. I thought, hey, it might be a good excuse to go back to the Fold 6. I really, really enjoyed the S25 Ultra more than I thought I was going to. And I thought this might be cool to go and really re-experience the Fold 6 as One UI 7 is on the horizon. That way I would kind of get a before and after type experience. And so I thought, let me look and see, when is One UI 7 expected to be coming? And coincidentally, right at that time, some news on that was breaking, and it is not the news you would want to see. Reading here from ShaneCraig.tech, we have this tweet from the one Sid, C-I-D. I don't know if you're supposed to read that or not. What they said is, One UI 7 Beta 4 will not be the last beta. In fact, One UI 7 has 6 betas. And given this means the stable would not release even in March, more like an April timeframe. And shortly after that, Ice Universe confirmed this sort of timing. I can confirm it's true. This was another person sort of regurgitating the same news. One UI 7 is not coming anytime soon at all. As I'm sure you can imagine, the reaction to this on social media has not been a positive one. I'm seeing lots and lots of people, Reddit, threads, etc., basically saying, hey, it feels like they're just trying to sell more S25 devices by artificially restricting One UI 7 to these phones. And I have to admit, that is kind of what it feels like. It's not like the S25 phone shipped and people were like, man, these things are buggy. One UI 7 was not ready for prime time. No, it feels great. The animations are really, really smooth. The entire interface just absolutely flies. It is probably the smoothest Samsung phone that I have ever used, and One UI 7 is part of that. It's actually quite good. There are several features that I'm really looking forward to having on my Z Fold device. We're going to talk about those here in just a little bit. But again, that's kind of what it feels like, right? It feels like they're just sort of pushing this back, delay, delay, delay. What's the reason? I mean, maybe it's to sell more of these phones. And to add insult to all of this injury is the fact that, this is based on Android 15, and that's been out for a long time, long enough that OEMs that aren't known for like super speedy updates all the time, they used to be, maybe not so much anymore, here and there, like OnePlus. We have been on Oxygen OS 15, Android 15 for months now, and yet Samsung, who is a bigger OEM, cannot manage to get this rolling. And to further kick this dead horse, we can look over to this article that I was slowly sort of updating and piecing together. Android 16 Beta 2 is out for Pixel devices. And by, what did we say, April? By April, the stable version of Android 16 is likely to be out on your Pixel devices. Your friends that maybe run Pixels, they will already be running Android 16 about the time that your Z Fold 6, let's say, is getting Android 15. If there's one small glimmer of hope, Ice Universe said that it looks like One UI 8 will arrive a little bit sooner than previously expected, which to that I must say, I would hope so, because if it were to arrive at the normal spacing, we would have Samsung just sort of settling into a track that has them a full version behind Google's Android at any given time, which would be completely and totally unacceptable. Let's talk for a second about what you're missing with One UI 7 and the things you can kind of be looking forward to. There are quite a few. So first and foremost, I actually put this at the bottom, and I'm going to say it here up at the top. It just feels really, really nice and smooth. I like what they did with the animations. I think that everything just looks really, really nice too, just in terms of the overall aesthetics. And starting with that, you have the new quick settings, which can be split into quick settings and notifications separate. you can have them combined. I can recombine them again because that's my preference. But the quick settings do look nice and they are customizable. You can rearrange things, and that is really quite cool. You've got the now bar that will appear on your lock screen to show you ongoing activities, right? Like you're listening to music or you've got maps navigation going, that's going to live down there. You might find that more useful than I did. Same thing goes for Now Brief. Didn't find that to be super duper useful, but it might be cool to you. It's going to pop up and show you information that is contextually relevant to what's going on at that time of day, like the weather, but also things that might be in your calendar, so forth and so on. AI Select, I actually used more than I expected. Pull it out of your sidebar and you can select stuff on your screen, kind of like Circle of Search, but instead it's going to recognize text and give you writing assist, or it's going to recognize imagery and give you drawing assist. Just basically give you such quick access to all these different AI tools. And then absolutely do not sleep on the new Home Up features found within GoodLock. They are really, really cool. I am a sucker for big folders. Give me big folders on my Z Fold 6 right now. I love it on my OnePlus Open, and I love it on my S25 Ultra. I can't wait to have it on my Z Fold 6 as well. And there's a lot more than that, right? I didn't really talk about what the AI writing assist stuff was, but it's pretty darn cool, and I want to see that on my Z Fold 6 as well. But beyond even what the features are, I think it's just what's right. It's what makes sense. Samsung, you can't keep pushing stuff back like this. People are going to start to think the worst, and I think that they are rightful and justified in thinking the worst about this stuff. Guys, I want to hear what you think in the comments down below. How disappointing is this for you, hearing that One UI might not arrive, I should say One UI 7 might not arrive until Android 16 is out for Pixel devices? How does that make you feel? Does that influence your future purchasing decisions? I think for some of you, it just might. Like I said, sound off in the comments down below. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.